anything. I've never had weird shit.
Oh God.
Okay, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. What is that?
Oh heck no.
Oh my God, it just moved! Oh shit.
We're having to fight off.
This unsettling encounter was captured by Jonathan, a YouTuber you may recognize from his channel, Happy Hippie Wild Living. Known for his upbeat spirit and fearless love for the outdoors, Jonathan has spent over 2 years documenting his adventures, from serene camping trips to abandoned places hidden deep in nature. But on January 3rd, 2024, something changed. That day, Jonathan embarked on another solo journey, as he often does, planning to spend the night in a small, secluded hut deep in the wilderness. Despite the chilly winter rain, his cheerful energy was undimmed. He live-logged his trek through the quiet bushland, sharing every moment with his audience.
Hello there, welcome to day 435 of me living out in nature. And it's the new year, so I thought I'd do a nice long video instead of the little short minute ones I've been doing recently. Today, I'm going to go find a bovie around this area somewhere. It'll be the 3rd time I've stayed in a bovie. I've never had any guests, so the bovie I'm going to is called the White Lagan, I believe. And it's by Loch D. And I've got a bit of wood with me, just in case there's no dry stuff there. So I can have a fire with ease. Not seen a single person on this hike yet, but that's how most of my days go in the winter. I like that, I get to do this in the winter mostly, and then the summer job, I'm just at one place, so I miss all the crowds when I'm out in nature. There's my home in the distance. Let me zoom in. It's got the nice Scottish flag on it. Let's go see what it looks like. I've had people say I'm brave and ballsy for living this lifestyle, but there's nothing brave about it when it's doing something you love, so I don't agree with that. I do agree with doing things you're passionate about in life. You only live once. Life goes by pretty fucking quick, so made it to my home for the night and it looks beautiful. Oh, nice bunk beds. Sweet.
When he reached the hut, it appeared empty. He unpacked his gear, set up his space, and prepared for a quiet night. Shortly after, a family passed by, unsure if they'd stay in the cabin too. They eventually left, leaving Jonathan alone. As darkness settled in, strange things began to happen.
Gonna get the fire on when it gets darker. There's normally loads of candles around, but they've all been burnt out. Finish off the haggis, and of course, putting in my favourite, cayenne pepper. And as always, top it off with a little mustard. And there we have dinner fit for a little hippie. For most of the night now, I just get the music on, enjoy this beautiful fire, and then get back outside tomorrow in my hammock. I got one of them water filter straws, and it comes with 2 little bags as well, so you can attach the straw to that. But I've not got to use. Maybe this is the guests. There was no one there. I don't know if that's just the people fucking with me or something. I don't know if that's something they do. But I don't think it would be that family. If it was just a dad and his daughter and son.
It started with odd noises, faint sounds from outside, like someone was toying with him. Every time he checked, no one was there. Unease crept in. The feeling of being watched grew heavier with each hour. Shadows danced outside the windows, but the night remained still.
The door again, and then I went out, but there was no one there, so I don't know what's going on, but I've not heard of any haunted bovies or anything. I've never had weird shit. Fuck's sake. Just wanted a nice little bobby night. If you've watched all my videos before, you know I don't do shit like this. around in the other room, and then I go in there and it just stops. Maybe I just put my music on really loud and forget about it. Cameraman never dies, right? So it's been about an hour and a half since I last made a video, and I've just been doing what I said. I've had my music on loud, I've listened to Blink, some drum and bass, some reggae, and I'm doing what I came here to do, and that's have a good fucking night. So I'm enjoying my time by this fire and have an amazing day tomorrow, back out in nature where I belong. So
Jonathan tried to shake the fear. He logged off, put on music, and eventually drifted to sleep. The rest of the night passed without incident. But the next morning, the questions remained. He spoke to his viewers about the noises, the eerie presence, and the lack of any footprints or signs that someone or something had been there.
Really explain what's happening next door with the noises, but I'm not really a believer in ghosts myself. It was a bit creepy, but I'm more of an alien guy. But if you are into ghosts and all that paranormal stuff, these are not the videos for you, because this is not what I do, this is not what I'm about. I'm just a happy hippie, hiking, living in nature, loving the world. I never have anything like this happen to me, so hopefully it's just a one-off and everything goes back to normal now. So
Ghost, animal, prank, the truth is still unknown. What's certain is this: Jonathan never returned to the hut again. What's up, Silent Nightmare family? I have something huge to share with you today. We just crossed an incredible milestone, 50,000 subscribers. But now it's time to set our sights even higher. If we hit 100,000 subscribers by the end of September, 10 lucky subscribers will each receive a $50 gift card. You can choose any gift cards. That's $500 in total prizes as a thank you to this amazing community. It's super easy to enter. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like this video, comment below with your favorite Silent Nightmare video or your scariest camping story. That's it. Let's hit 100K together and celebrate the only way we know how, with a massive giveaway. This is Stacy, the creator behind the YouTube channel Misguided Road Trips. Known for her eerie explorations, forgotten places, and off-the-grid camping adventures, Stacy isn't a stranger to unsettling locations. But the video she uploaded on March 3rd, 2019 would leave even her and her audience shaken. On this particular night, Stacy returned to an old cemetery she'd visited once before. Her last trip there had already been marked by strange, unexplained occurrences. But this time, she wasn't alone. Her friend Patty joined her, hoping for nothing more than a spooky evening exploring haunted grounds. From the moment they arrived, something felt off. The air was heavy, the silence almost too deep. Camping here suddenly felt like the wrong idea. Instead of setting up, they decided to walk the cemetery grounds. That's when the night took a disturbing turn.
Yeah, there are family members that I guess come out here and want to be buried with other family members. Some of them are newer, some of them are older. I don't know if y'all remember this one that seems like these aren't old at all. I don't know why. I don't like this place. Oh shit. It's moving. Alright, go.
Was that a tree or was that something else?
I don't think that didn't look like a tree to me.
There's something there. What is that?
At first, it's easy to miss, but if you look closely, you'll see it. A large, dark figure standing motionless behind the brick wall, still, watching, as if it had always been there. Startled, Stacy and Patty instinctively backed away, hearts racing, eyes locked on the figure. It hadn't moved, not even a twitch.
Jeez.
Curiosity held them there, at a distance, trying to understand what they were seeing. Then, it moved.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing?
I don't know what that is. That doesn't look like a tree. Shit. That looks almost like that shadow. I think we should probably go. Is it moving?
Not moving.
What the hell is that?
Behind us.
I don't like this.
I don't like this either, Stacy.
It's like it's just froze. I don't know what we should do.
Normal. Is there somebody there? We're just filming.
Can you still see them?
It's right there. It's right there. But there's something dark, just dark. Something dark standing there.
Oh my god, it just moved! Oh shit.
Stacy, it just moved. I think we should go.
I think we need to go too, Patty. I don't
Oh my
like
God, it's
this.
moving.
The moment the figure began to shift, panic surged. Whether it was paranormal or simply a person cloaked in darkness, neither of them wanted to find out. Without a second thought, they turned and ran, feet pounding against the dirt path, adrenaline pushing them forward. Only once they were back in the car, doors locked and headlights piercing the blackness, did they feel the first flicker of safety. It wasn't until the cemetery was far behind them, fading in the rearview mirror, that they could finally exhale. So, what exactly was waiting behind that wall? A spirit bound to the land? A stranger with dark intentions? Or something else entirely? One thing is certain, Stacy and Patty left with more questions than answers, and a night they'd never forget. This chilling footage was captured by Ian, a well-known and widely respected YouTuber behind the channel Midwest Ghost Hunter. As his name suggests, Ian has long been fascinated by the unexplained. His mission? To capture undeniable proof of the paranormal and share it with the world. Evidence of what he's believed in for years. But this time, Ian pushed himself further than ever before. Instead of exploring an old house or a forgotten cemetery, Ian set his sights on something far more dangerous. A night completely alone in one of the most notoriously haunted forests in the country. No friends, no backup, just him, his gear, and whatever waited for him in the darkness. It was the night of March 25th, 2024, cold, crisp, and eerily silent. Ian logged on to brief his viewers, sharing his plan and giving a short history of the place.
Another ghost hunting alone video. In this video, I'm going to be investigating two different locations. The first is a haunted bridge known as the Red Bridge. It is said to be haunted by a woman who drove her car off of the bridge and was killed. The second location I'm going to be investigating is called the Man Mound Park. It memorializes a giant Native American burial mound that dates somewhere back between 800 and 1200 AD.
The Red Bridge. A location drenched in local legends, whispers of shadowy figures, unexplained noises, and the lingering spirit of a woman forever trapped beneath its cursed structure. After an hour and a half of driving, Ian arrived, his first step, making absolutely sure he was alone. Scanning the area with a cautious eye, he found no one, not a single soul. With his ghost hunting equipment in hand, he began sweeping the area. That's when things took an unsettling turn.
I think this is actually my first haunted bridge video on this channel. I'm intrigued to see if this ghost lady will come out and talk to me. Oh yeah. Just a bunch of rocks and the other side of the bridge. So I'm kind of wondering where this crash would have taken place. I'd imagine they would have had to have driven off somewhere over here, kind of to the side of the bridge, or maybe even over there on that side. I'm gonna make my way back up and do some thermal.
A chilling sensation crept up his spine. His breath grew shallow. The hairs on the back of his neck stood on end. He knew, deep down, he wasn't alone. But instead of fleeing, Ian did the unthinkable. He walked toward the tree line, hoping to make contact with whatever was out there.
Ma'am, could you show yourself on this bridge? Oh, whoa. What the? Whoa, that bridge just moved. I might be going crazy, but I saw that branch over there start swaying back and forth. I know it's windy, but it isn't that windy. Okay, I gotta check this out.
Something responded. A powerful force surrounded him. The temperature dropped. A deep, unnatural unease filled the air. Gripped by instinct, Ian raised his camera, snapping photo after photo in the dark, praying to catch a glimpse of the unseen.
Right here. That thing was just moving like crazy. I mean, it's one thing if like all of the brush was moving, but it was just that single one, isolated. How do you explain that? If you're a spirit and you just moved this tree here, could you move it again? No way! It just moved! I gotta look at this. This thing just moved again. On command. And look at this. For all the skeptics out there, there is no fishing line, nothing. Uncut video. Whoa, I think I got something in that one. I caught another one. Whoa, there's a freaking mist right over here. And it's gone now. It's completely gone. Whoa. Holy moly, it was just right over here. And now it's completely gone. Who's over here? Could you tell me your name? I'm getting like a tingly feeling in my whole body. Whoa! I just heard a woman's voice. I couldn't tell what she said, but it sounded like it came from, like, under the bridge.
Trying to reason with himself, Ian searched for a logical explanation. Maybe someone was hiding beneath the bridge. He crouched down, inspecting the space. Then, faint but unmistakable, a voice. Not just any voice. It sounded like a woman's, echoing from nowhere.
To get as far down here as I can. Hello? Oh my god, this is so freaking nuts. I'm literally hearing her voice echoing from down here.
Ian quickly grabbed his spirit box, the tool many ghost hunters use to communicate with the dead, and turned it on. That's when the investigation took a terrifying turn.
Whoa. Dude, I just seen like a figure over there. It literally looked like somebody walking over there. But there's nobody over there. Bridge. She just said bridge. I gotta get a good look over there. Hello, is somebody over there? Oh, oh, holy shit, that was loud. Oh God, there's nobody out here. I'm the only one here. Where could that noise? What could have caused it? Hello? What the f***? There's like wet spots on the bridge. I do not remember those being there. And what's terrifying is that this is where I saw that figure walking. Hello? I can hear you clanging around over there. Oh, what the f***? Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, I'm freaked out. I'm freaked out. My booster light is dying. I'm on my last set of batteries. I think I had enough of this place. What the f*** was that? She literally splashed in the water. Yeah, that's it. I'm good. I'm good.
Whatever responded wasn't friendly. Shaken to his core, Ian knew he had to get out. He gathered his equipment and moved on, heading to a second haunted location nearby, hoping a change of scenery would help him regain his composure. For a brief moment, it worked. As he arrived, a fragile calm settled over him, but it wouldn't last.
All right. Here we are. Jeez, that was creepy. I don't know what kind of animal that is. Sounds animalistic, whatever that was. You can see all the different plaques here they got. That's a map of different effigy mounds around Wisconsin. And then this is what the mound looks like right here. That's just right up ahead.
Armed with his night vision camera, Ian scanned the forest ahead. The trees stood still and silent until they didn't. A sudden noise shattered the quiet.
Just to make note, there is a farm right next to here. So if you hear mooing or other animal sounds, that is where that's coming from. That was a bit different. What the hell was that? Okay, that came from over here. That sounds almost like whistling. I mean, it could be coming from the wind, but I don't know. It sounds strange. Oh my God. It's getting louder. Hello? That's a donkey. Didn't think I'd be communicating with one of those. That's so strange. What could that sound be? I'm not really hearing it anymore either. So if I hear those whistling sounds now, I'll know that that wasn't the wind. But as of now, I think it's kind of up in the air. Okay, I'm pretty sure I just heard voices.
Sharp, unnatural. His pulse spiked. He froze. The sound came again. Then, whistling, faint and eerie, carried on the wind. Low voices followed, whispering all around him. But who would be out here at 3 a.m.? As the sounds grew louder, Ian moved cautiously. That's when he saw it.
Whoa! What the hell was that? That was a glowing anomaly. It just appeared and disappeared.
A dim, erratic light moving between the trees. Not bright enough to be a flashlight, not steady enough to be human. Was it supernatural? Or was someone watching him? Ian backed away slowly, trying to put distance between himself and the light. But the noises only intensified.
Who's over there? I see you. Oh, I just heard that. That was a fully vocalized voice, and he literally just responded to me. Holy moly, that gave me such chills. That was freaking wild. It's like he rose up from the ground and spoke to me.
It felt like he was being followed, tracked by something unseen. Still, he pressed forward. He told himself it could all be explained, a prank, a trick of the mind. But deep down, he knew better. The energy was wrong, too heavy, too unnatural. And then, the footsteps began.
There's that whistling. I heard a whistle. Again. Okay, so I wasn't going crazy earlier. That just came from these woods. I'm gonna try whistling back, see what happens. Oh God, oh God. Yeah, I kinda knew better. I was warned against whistling in the woods. I heard it was bad juju. Oh, do I dare investigate it? Here goes. Oh gosh. I have a bad feeling about doing this. Oh God. What the hell? Those sounded like footsteps. That was coming from over this way. Is there somebody over here? Oh God. This area is completely fenced off. But this is where I heard it. It was in here. Hello? Oh my God, it literally sounds like somebody walking over there. I can literally hear him in the grass. Those were straight up footsteps over there.
They were close, not his own, and not far off. They circled him, fast and erratic, staying just out of sight. Ian spun around, camera in hand, scanning the trees. But there was nothing, no figures, no shadows. Just the relentless sound of feet moving all around him. The forest had come alive, the whispers, the lights, the footsteps. Yet, not a single soul in sight. In a final attempt to make contact, Ian reached for his spirit box once more. What came through made his blood run cold.
What was the whistling I heard? What?
Oh God, no. No, no, no. I do not like that. I don't know if I'm going crazy, but that sounded like it said Wendigo. Did you just say what I think you just said? What if that's what I've been talking to on the spirit box? What if I'm talking to a, you know what? I'm shutting this off. Okay, I think I'm done with this. I'm gonna continue investigating, but I don't want to explore anything to do with that, so I'm staying away from the woods. I'm just gonna stick to the mound.
Wendigo. The moment the word crackled through the static, a cold dread washed over him. Wendigos, cannibalistic entities from Algonquian folklore, are said to be cursed spirits with an insatiable hunger and a malevolent presence. Even seeing one, legend says, is a sign of impending doom. And now, standing alone in a cursed forest, Ian had heard the name spoken into the darkness. He had pushed his luck far enough. Without hesitation, he ended the investigation and headed for higher ground, a nearby mountain where he hoped to clear his head and escape whatever force he'd stirred up. But just as he reached the top, something happened. Something that made every fiber of his being scream to run.
What the? Holy! 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 Something just freaking ran right in front of me. Oh God, I nearly pissed myself. I kind of feel like I'm agitating the spirits right now. I don't think it's a good idea for me to stay much longer. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. Oh God.
His body reacted before his brain could catch up. He sprinted, out of the forest, through the cold night, back to the safety of his car. The drive home was silent. No music, no radio, just the hum of the engine and the events replaying in his head over and over again. By the time Ian got home, he was physically drained, but mentally, he couldn't rest. He crawled into bed, staring at the ceiling, haunted by the memories of the night. The red bridge, the whispers, the voice, the lights, the name, Wendigo. There was no rational explanation for any of it. Ian had set out looking for answers, and he found them, but at a cost. This wasn't just another ghost hunt. This was something else, something that would stay with him forever. This chilling video was captured by none other than the bearded explorer, Colin, a well-known urban explorer who spent the last 8 years uncovering forgotten and abandoned places around the globe. His channel is a treasure trove of fascinating discoveries, from rusting helicopters and derelict aircraft to luxury cars frozen in time. But what Colin encounters in this video isn't an object. It's something far more terrifying than anything he's faced before. His destination, the Royal Hospital Hilar in Gosport, England. Once the nation's first naval hospital, founded in 1753, for over 250 years, it served as a place of healing and death. More than 7,700 souls are buried in unmarked graves on the grounds. Locals believe many of them never truly left. Still, Colin thought this haunted place would make the perfect setting for a Halloween special. He had no idea just how wrong he'd be. From the start, Colin logs in with his viewers, sharing his plan and how he gained entry into the building.
Hello guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to tonight's special Halloween video. Tonight I am on my own in the Haslar Hospital and we are going to be exploring all the creepy parts of this building. Now I had to sneak in through the basement tonight because the security are on the gate and they are absolutely 100% hot people coming in here now. So I had to be a little bit James Bond to get in here, but I'm in here. We're going to get up to the main entrance, go and check this place out and see what we can find.
As Colin logs in with his viewers, he explains his plan and how he entered the building. He ventures further, carefully scanning the area to see if he can capture something interesting on camera.
I can't express to you how creepy this place is walking around on your own. I can't help but feel that there's somebody walking right behind me. It's really, really creepy. And then we're going to go upstairs and check out all the MRI scanners Okay, that was weird. That door has just closed. But there is absolutely no wind in here whatsoever. What the hell was that? Okay, that was really, really creepy. I've only been here literally 5 minutes and that's happened. Okay, I'm gonna get out of this area because that was actually really scary.
As he moves deeper inside, the tension builds. Within just 5 minutes, something feels off. Approaching a pair of doors, Colin hears the unmistakable creak of one slowly closing behind him. Turning around, he sees it half shut, even though it had been wide open only seconds ago. Alarmed, he retraces his steps, expecting to find someone, anyone, responsible. But the hallway is completely empty. Trying to shake the unease, he makes his way to the gymnasium, hoping it might feel less oppressive. But inside, something even more disturbing happens.
This is one of the only curtains which is left in the whole hospital, and it's still hanging here today. A creepy chair's still there too. There's always a creepy chair in a room like this, isn't there? God, look at the paint peel in here, it's unbelievable. There is actually a little bit of a breeze on those curtains, which is strange because there's no wind in here. This is where I've just walked past, but look at it, it's moving on its own. That's really bizarre because there's not even a window open here. Why is that curtain moving? Okay, don't think about it too much, because like I said, I am here on my own.
A curtain begins to move. There's no draft. The window is sealed shut. There's no logical explanation. Only a growing sense that something unseen is watching him. Still pushing forward, Colin descends into the basement. That's when the noises start.
So they've obviously done what they needed to do. Let's go down this way. The fuck was that? Must have been a pigeon. Oh yeah, probably was coming through that window. Okay, oh god, it's creepy in here. God, you just listen to the water outside. There's no wind today, but it is really, really raining hard out there now. Oh, there's always a creepy chair in the basement. Why? Why?
At first faint, then louder, more frequent, more aggressive. It's not just creepy, it's oppressive. But Colin presses on, determined to document something his viewers won't soon forget.
So while we're down here, I just want to show you one more thing before I go, while I'm in this area. Now, I have heard stories that it's not here anymore, and if it's not here, I'm going to be quite upset. Fingers crossed. It is still here. So this, guys, is a real human liver. I know it's disgusting, but it is very, very rare. The sort of thing you'd only see in a museum. But here it is in Haslar Hospital. It's been here for years. Now, apparently there used to be a museum here where this came from. There was also some stillborns, there were some shrunken heads. It was a very weird collection of stuff. Nobody knows what happened to it, but this is still here, and I'm glad it's still here too. I don't like being in here though, I must admit. I don't think we'll bother going up there today. I swear I just heard something then. I'm definitely not going up there now. Right, let's get back out of here and go.
At one point, he comes across a sealed box. Inside, an actual human liver, preserved. He stares at it in disbelief. But as he moves away, a sudden noise echoes through the hallway, sharp and deliberate. It sounds like someone, or something, is hiding just out of sight. Shaken, Colin decides to head upstairs, but the strange sounds don't stop. They get worse.
Guys, so I've made it back to the scanning rooms, and it's quite nice to see that everything is still here. few of the bits have been moved around, but I'm pretty sure that's done by the builders, not by anyone else. Still crazy to think that all of this stuff is in here, all the paperwork. Oh my God, what the hell was that? It felt like I bumped into someone, but there's no one there. Whoa, okay, freak out. Whew, okay. There's nobody there. It felt like I bumped into someone, but there's nobody there. There is nobody there. Oh my God. Wow, look at that. That's really cool. Whew, okay, that was a little bit scary. There's definitely nobody there. Okay, it was nothing. It was nothing. Let's carry on. So I feel like I want to check every room now just to make sure there's no one in here, because that was really weird. Hello? Okay. That was weird. God, why do I do this to myself? Walk around these creepy places at night time.
As he walks down a hallway, trying to remain calm, he hears it. Children's laughter echoing through the darkness. The building is supposed to be empty. Then, without warning, a door slams shut somewhere behind him.
It's WWF. Supporting the rhino. That sounded like footsteps. That really sounded like footsteps. Like that, what I'm doing now, that's exactly what I just heard. Okay, that was really, really creepy. That was really creepy. I'm sure I just heard that. Right, I'm getting out of this bit. That was really, really horrible. God, I am absolutely crapping myself now, I really am. Now, I think the operating theatre is this one on the right here. Is it that one? Yes. What the fuck was that? Really, really, really weird. Oh God, I can't tell you how scared I am at the moment. Oh God, I've just got to laugh about it though. All you can do is laugh about it. And here we are, and they're still here. They are still here. They have been... I'm hearing some really weird noises right now. God, I cannot tell you how scared I am right now. Honestly, walking around this place on your own at night time is something else. It's the first time I've actually done it. Oh God, right, okay, let's head down this way. No, let's head down this way, and we'll go up onto the last floor now and see what we can find up there. So, oh God, this is so scary. Honestly, guys, if you've never tried this before, I urge you just to give it a go once. Just come to a place like this and just walk around it on your own at night. The adrenaline rush you get from it is phenomenal, it really is. But at the same time, it is very, very scary. My heart is racing 10 to the dozen at the moment. Well, I think this is the way out here. Right, I don't know if you heard that then, but that fucking sounded like... Hello? This is absolute bullshit. There is no way I just fucking heard that. I'm sorry I'm swearing, guys, but I do swear when I get scared. What the hell is this? Oh, fucking hell. Fucking hell, it sounded like a little girl. I don't know what it was, I don't know. It sounded like a little girl. Oh, fuck! Oh, fuck! Fuck! Oh fuck! What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? There's no way that has just happened. There is no way that is... Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. What the hell? What the hell? Right, you've just seen that with your own eyes. I have not touched that. There is nobody else here. What the fuck was that? How the hell did that happen? Okay, that was really, really scary. I didn't like that. I really did. I'm so sorry I swore then, but that really did scare me. That was horrible. Right, I really want to get out of here now. Honestly, this is just so terrifying. I don't care what anyone says. This is scary.
Moments later, something heavy crashes to the floor, as if it had been thrown with force. Colin spins around searching for answers, but the hallway is empty once again. The realization hits him hard. Someone, or something, is following him. Panicked now, Colin rushes downstairs, scanning the corridors for a way out.
That's a dead end up. Is that a dead end? No, that's a dead end up there. We go... Fuck that! What the fuck was that? What the fuck? Hang on. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa. No, 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 no. What the fuck is going on? It sounds like loads of people fucking running. What the fuck is going on? There's no way that just happened. There's no way. There is fucking no way that just happened. There's no one fucking in there. There's no way anyone could have been in there. Okay, I am fucking getting out of here. Fuck that. I'm gone. Oh God. I'm going.
Just as he reaches an exit, a door slowly creaks open on its own. That's the final straw. Colin doesn't wait. He bolts, sprinting toward his car, heart racing, not daring to look back.
Lock. Alright, that was definitely one of the scariest things that's ever happened to me. I am never going back there again. I honestly don't know what that was, and I don't want to know what that was, but I am going.
He escapes without harm, physically. But emotionally, Colin is shaken. In his own words, it wasn't a person following him. Whoever, or whatever, lurks inside the Royal Hospital. Schlar moves with unnatural silence. And that girl's voice? There's no way a child was inside that building. Colin knows one thing for sure. This hospital is haunted. And next time, if there ever is a next time, he won't be going in alone. This is Moxley, the fearless mind behind Moxley's Paranormal World. Known for his solo camping trips and chilling explorations, Moxley has a knack for venturing into places most people avoid. But tonight, his courage will be tested like never before. He's heading into the Peoria Pit, a location drenched in tragedy and shrouded in legend. In 1909, a catastrophic explosion trapped dozens of miners underground. Locals say their restless souls still wander the area, and on quiet nights, the cries of the lost can be heard echoing through the trees. Skeptical but curious, Moxley sets up camp at the edge of the forest as the rain begins to fall. His hammock sways gently in the wind, but the night is anything but calm. Then, voices, faint, close.
I'm panicking a bit because I can hear people. There's people in this forest. I heard them laughing, talking. They were quite a distance away, but there is people here. I need to do some adjustments on this tarp in a minute. But we're here in one of the UK's most haunted forests, and we're going to solo camp this till the morning. And the crazy thing is as well, I've got the time there. Look at that. 10:12, and it is absolutely pitch black.
Just beyond his camp, a creeping unease settles over him. He listens closely, but the voices don't leave. They hover in the damp night air, as if waiting. Heart racing, Moxley turns to the camera, eyes wide, whispering updates as his nerves begin to unravel. Then, footsteps, circling his hammock.
Then I heard mumbling. Then I heard them crackling going past the outside of the tarp. Not too far away, I couldn't see anybody, but This isn't a good idea. I'm here now. I can hear them in the distance. Somebody's literally just walked straight past this.
Frozen in place, Moxley waits, hoping the noises will fade, but they don't. Feeling cornered, he makes a bold choice.
Sounds like somebody's running through the fucking forest. I thought coming out here, in the vein, would have actually stopped anybody from coming out here. But to be fair, who's to say it is someone? It could be something. There is somebody walking there. Gonna have to go check, aren't we? Like somebody walked this way.
Grabbing his flashlight, he leaves the relative safety of his hammock and heads into the pitch-black woods. The beam of light slices through the darkness, but it reveals nothing, just empty trees. Still, the sounds continue. Crunching footsteps, the unmistakable sense that he's being followed.
I'm half expecting to see someone. I'm sorry if I sound a bit like on edge, but it's gone 11 o'clock at night. I'm on my own out here. I've just heard somebody walk through past where I am.
Overwhelmed, Moxley retreats to his hammock, trying to distract himself with a movie. But sleep won't come.
I'm spooking myself out, especially with the movie I've just watched. Let me know in the comments, what movie do you think it is? Well, yeah, I'm going to go carry on, watch the rest of this. Something quite heavy just hit the side of the tent. Granted, it could be a branch falling off the tree, but it startled me. I just dozed off. There's weird noises, but it's down to the vein because it's raining. I do feel like something's watching me here now. I'm getting that overwhelming feeling. I don't think I'm going to get much sleep. I want to put the spirit circle on, but I don't want to draw any sort of attention to where I am. This is going to be one long, long night. So I'm just lay here in the hammock and just heard sound like a group of people having a full-on conversation, almost like they were having a heated argument. A conversation, a bit of an argument, definitely a disagreement. But it is known for people to come out here who are on a few drinks, a few smokes, and getting up to no good. I'm hoping where I am, I'm pretty much safe and I'm away from their prying eyes, because it is pretty muddy out as well, so keep looking over there because I still feel like somebody's watching me. I've been trying to get off and get back to sleep for about 5 minutes now. Oh. There's something quite heavy just hit the side of the tent. Granted, it could be a branch falling off the tree, but it startled me. I just dozed off. There's weird noises, but it's down to the rain, because it's raining. I do feel like something's watching me here now. I'm getting that overwhelming feeling.
Then, whispers. Closer this time. Footsteps. Something or someone is right outside his hammock. The thin fabric feels more like a curtain than protection. Sometimes the greatest threat isn't paranormal, it's other people.
No, I'm not alone out here. I'm whispering, I'm trying to keep my voice down as much as possible. Because the last thing I want is to attract any sort of attention from the wrong sort of people out here. I've just heard somebody whistling. Somebody's just been whistling out here. It sounds so close. Is there someone there? There. That sounds like somebody there then. I had to go night vision, just so they can't see my lights. This is absolutely nuts. I really do feel like I've been watched from all angles out here now. I heard that whistling, I told you. I heard it and I've caught it on camera.
Summoning his courage once again, Moxley grabs his gear and ventures back into the forest. He wants answers. Suddenly, a sharp whistle cuts through the silence, followed by deliberate measured steps. He calls out, but no one replies. Switching to night vision, he scans the woods. That's when the sounds intensify again.
I'm not alone here. There's such an uneasy feeling here, you know. There's somebody out there. I'm not 100% sure if they're watching me or not. But I don't know. Let me know what you...
For 15 unbearable minutes, Moxley stands in the dark, waiting, watching, listening. But the forest offers no answers, only shadows. Exhausted and defeated, he returns to his hammock. The noises never stop.
I've just checked the time, and it's literally 3 o'clock in the morning. By my voice, I'm really on edge. I've been on edge since it's gone dark in here. Right, logging back off. And hopefully, the next time you see me, it'll be morning and I'll be packing up and getting ready to leave. Dog. Oh, no. What the fuck? Sounds like it's getting closer.
Every crack of a branch, every rustle in the leaves, keeps him wide-eyed until the sky begins to brighten. At dawn, Moxley packs up and leaves.
What an interesting night it's been. But yeah, gonna make my way back towards the car now.
But the experience still clings to him. Who or what was out there with him? Why did they circle his camp in silence? Moxley may have left the Peoria pit behind, but one thing's for sure. He's not done seeking the unknown. This spine-chilling encounter is not for the faint of heart. Tonight, we join Angelo from the popular YouTube channel Exploring with Angelo, as he ventures deep into one of America's most haunted forests. Alongside him is his longtime friend and fellow explorer, Brad. The two have faced their fair share of eerie locations, but this night, this forest feels different, darker. Their mission is simple: find a place to camp and document the night. But the forest has other plans. As they hike deeper, thick underbrush slows their steps, and a creeping sense of being watched settles over them. The deeper they go, the more oppressive the air becomes, as if the woods themselves are alive.
What? Did you see something? You scared the... Dude. Something moved over here on the right-hand side.
Yeah, I thought I saw something move again down there.
Did you bring any protection?
Person? I may or may not have left my knife in the car.
Oh, shoot. We're so unprepared today.
Oh, we're very prepared.
Oh, boy.
What the f was that sound?
Oh my gosh.
Dude, something just like snarled or something. What the f was that?
What was that, man?
Okay, if there was an animal, I would see the eyes, and I'm not seeing anything. Oh, there it is again.
Just be careful, bro.
Where is it coming from? It sounds like it's down there, but...
Put your light out that way?
See something?
Like, I thought I saw movement behind those trees, but it's like hard to say.
Then come the sounds: faint rustling, distant whispers, wind, wildlife, or something far more sinister. Eventually, they manage to pitch their tent, but any sense of comfort is short-lived.
Being followed by a demon, and it's just, what the fuck is that? What is that noise? What is that noise? What is that?
Oh my god.
What is that?
Oh my god. That was loud, bro. What was that freaking whipping sound? What the hell was that?
What was that? It sounded like it came from there. Holy.
Yo, get your light, dude. Let's go see what that is. I'm like freaking out.
My body's around here.
As they sit inside, trying to shake off the unease, a figure appears just outside the tent's small window, barely visible, a dark silhouette, unmoving, watching. Is it a person, an animal, something else? Summoning their courage, they step out, only to find nothing. The figure is gone.
Right there. Where the f did they go?
Said that she was hungry.
But the feeling of dread remains. Local legends speak of strange rituals and dark sacrifices once performed in this forest. Could the spirit of something ancient still linger here? With questions swirling, they turn off all lights and rely solely on their night vision camera. The pitch-black woods surround them, and then something truly disturbing appears.
This is the last place you want to be in total darkness. I just heard something down there. I want to see if I can see those eyes again. Whatever's out there, I swear I just saw something move by. I don't even know how that's... oh my god, I'm still seeing it. Okay. Something is out there. Okay.
Dude. No, I saw it.
You saw it?
Yeah, dude. It was down here. No word of a lie. There's something out there, bro.
Like I don't know what
I
it
only
was.
caught it, like a glimpse of it for a second.
Let's turn this light back off, see what happens. Something weird is going on out here.
Shaken, they retreat to their tent, hoping for safety. But even here, they're not alone. They begin a spirit box session, desperate for answers.
Said rule of thumb, if one...
Please move back.
Move back where? Like in the back here? Is that good? I don't know how far back you want me to go. Why did it tell me to move back? I don't know. It's really...
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my! Oh my god! Oh my god!
I don't know.
Holy shit!
Holy mother!
Holy! Are you okay? Oh my god! I'm sorry I ran out on you, bro. Oh my god!
Just turn that off.
Dude, it's grabbed you.
No, dude, it pushed me. Is there anything there? Do you see anything?
Holy shit!
Do you see anything?
Bro, it looked like arms, bro.
You saw arms?
It looked like arms. Holy. Oh. Oh. Oh my god, I've never seen anything like that before in my life.
Okay.
There's nobody here.
I need to get here.
Oh my god.
What the f is that?
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Then, out of nowhere, Angelo is shoved forward. Brad checks. There's no one behind him. Now terrified and overwhelmed, they decide to end their investigation early, leaving the forest behind. But the experience haunts them still, raising more questions than it answered. And one thing is certain, they will not be going back. On the night of July 4th, 2024, while most people were celebrating under the summer sky, Bear was heading straight into the cold. It was an unusually harsh winter evening in Northern America, but the freezing temperatures didn't faze him. Armed with his camera, gear, and a curious mind, Bear set off for a place most people wouldn't even look at during the day, an old, abandoned high school deep in the woods. But Bear didn't just plan to explore it. He intended to spend the night inside. As he arrived, the building stood in eerie silence. Its shattered windows and crumbling walls told stories of decay and decades of abandonment. Setting up his camp just outside the school, Bear checked his gear, pitched his tent, and prepared for a night that would soon take a very dark turn.
I'm at the abandoned Hickory School. It was built in 1920 and abandoned in 1981. As a matter of fact, I was told that the last person that was in here fell through 2 sets of floors. I don't know if it killed him. I don't know the end story about it, but somebody did fall through 2 floors.
He went live with his viewers, sharing a bit about the school's history, rumors of strange sightings, unexplained noises, and even disappearances. It was the kind of place nobody would willingly enter after dark, except Bear. His exploration began with the perimeter. As he circled the building, noting its dilapidated state, something suddenly stopped him mid-sentence. A sharp noise, too quick for the camera to catch, but loud enough to make Bear freeze. He glanced toward the woods, visibly unsettled, but pressed on. Peering through the windows before going in, Bear could already tell the interior was worse. Collapsed ceilings, mold-covered lockers, and floors barely holding themselves together. Still, he stepped inside.
Oh, what is that? Yeah, like some kind of... What would that have been? Holy smokes. Holy smokes. Hello?
The silence was thick, broken only by the crunch of his boots on the debris-covered floors. Then, something changed.
Ooh, that's soft. Okay, that was a little terrifying. I'm nervous about this part of the floor. That is really super duper soft. Hey. Oh, crap. I just heard walking coming from upstairs. Hello? Man, that sounded like... I heard a thump, thump, thump. Like light footsteps. There's no way, though. No ways. Hello? Alright, right now I got the goosebumps right now.
A loud thud echoed from the floor above him. It sounded like footsteps. Bear called out. No response. At least, not one he could hear. In the moment. Later, while reviewing his footage, a faint whisper played back through the audio. Get out. He hadn't heard it during the recording. Unaware of the chilling voice, Bear pressed on through the hallways. But his face told a different story.
What is it? Hello? I'm hearing stuff moving around.
The tension in his body, the subtle panic in his eyes. This wasn't the confident explorer his viewers were used to. He was on edge. Just as he approached what looked like an old classroom, something moved.
Is that something standing? Ooh. Ooh. Yeah. Whoa. Big chill down the spine. Man, I thought I seen somebody standing there for a minute.
Barely visible, but enough to make him freeze. Had he imagined it? Remembering his promise to spend the night, Bear retreated outside to calm himself, deciding to camp under the stars instead. He lit a small fire, hoping the warmth and light would settle his nerves.
An animal? Seemed heavy. I don't know. I can't see nothing with this light in my... What was that? What was that? What in the world? Hold on. Oh, hold on. That was crazy. Oh my goodness, my hair's standing straight up right now. This red ball went from here right into there. Oh my, what in the world could that have possibly have been? Did you hear that? What in the heck is going on? Alright, I'm scared now. And then there was a noise that popped off in there. Red light. What could make that red light? It was way bigger than a bug. There's no, but it was like more of a ball. That goose is gonna give me a freaking heart attack one of these times. Nothing I can even think of that could have done that.
For a while, it worked, until something in the woods caught his eye. A sudden red flash darted between the trees, too fast to track, then again. Flickering, gone. At this point, Bear started to open up about how he was feeling. The fear was real now, not theatrical or exaggerated. Raw, honest fear. He wasn't sure he was alone.
Good feel. What keeps doing that? There's that frickin' sound again. I don't know if you guys are hearing it. Something keeps moving right in there. And that light, that red light, went right in. And now I keep hearing a sound. Man, I am on edge. I really hope I don't see that thing while the camera's like this right now. What was that? Something was just moving up that hill. That's what I don't like about hills. It always makes you feel like you're being stalked, you know? You get that stalking feeling from facing... Oh, let me get this light on.
He zipped himself inside his tent, hoping for a moment of peace. But what followed was worse. The noises outside intensified, twigs snapping, faint shuffling, then voices, people, walking around his campsite, moving things like they were loading a car. But who would be out there in the middle of the forest at 3 a.m.?
It's weird how vulnerable you feel in a tent. Like right now I feel vulnerable. Man, you guys probably can't hear that. It's not doing it now. That was a weird sound though. Weird thuds.
Bear stayed awake, lying still inside his tent, ears locked on every sound. He barely slept, half dreaming, half listening, waiting for the first light of dawn.
Sounded like dragon. And then before that though, there's a car. Yeah, it's gotta be like 3 a.m. right now. Do you hear that? Good morning, fam. It's about like 6 a.m. Sun's just rising.
When morning finally came, Bear packed up fast and left the area. He made it out unharmed, but the experience changed something in him. This wasn't just another urban exploration. This time, something was out there, and it didn't want him around. This disturbing encounter was captured by William, the creator behind Trussdale TV, a channel known for documenting his wild camping and travel adventures. In this particular clip, William takes us deep into Ballyboley Forest in Northern Ireland, a place long regarded as one of the most haunted forests in the UK. For centuries, it's been shrouded in dark folklore, tales of strange disappearances, eerie whispers, and sinister figures that vanish into the trees. It's November 2nd, 2023. With daylight fading fast, William arrives at the edge of the forest. There's an unmistakable weight in the air, the kind that makes the hairs on your neck stand up. Still, undeterred by the chilling stories tied to this place, he pushes forward, determined to find a place to camp for the night.
We are a lot further back off the road, so we can't be seen as easy, but we can still hear the car noise with a bit of a pain, but I think it's the only option we've got. That's camp set up. Let's give you a look around. So we'll start outside. This is going to be the cooking area. Keeping it simple tonight. Just got some pasta and tuna. This same old MRE I've been carrying around now for the past year. I have brought a wood burning stove, but I'll probably just use the gas for handiness. And we're using our new little tent. Our little Sports Direct special, $26.99. Far better colour than the Little's tent, but single skinned.
As darkness settles in, William sets up his tent. But not long after, something strange happens.
That's us in our little home for tonight. Now, as usual, this place is complete chaos. Why not? We're on our holidays after all. Cheers, folks.
A soft rustling sound, unnervingly close, echoes from just outside his tent. He freezes, kills his light, and listens. The noise doesn't fade.
From there? From here?
It grows louder, inching closer. He calls out into the dark, hoping it's just an animal, or maybe a fellow camper. But there's no answer. Heart pounding, he unzips the tent and steps out into the cold, black night.
So that was not that sound. I did see chemtrails earlier on. What's the biggest game you get for you? We don't get big game. Well, it was definitely a thump. Right? Guess this turned into the Blair Witch Project, that shit.
Scanning the tree line, he sees nothing. No movement, no explanation. With unease crawling up his spine, he returns to the tent, hoping it was just his imagination. But moments later, a sharp slap hits the outside of the tent.
Days off for a minute or two. The f***? Did you hear that? Did you f***ing hear that? My heart's going off. Who's out there?
Startled, he calls out again. Silence. No footsteps, no voices, just an overwhelming stillness. Minutes pass like hours. The forest, once filled with distant ambient noise, now seems unnaturally quiet.
I can get myself worked out.
He knows he won't be able to rest unless he finds out what's out there. Stepping out once more, flashlight in hand, William searches the area. But again, there's nothing. No animals, no people, no signs of anything that could have made those sounds. Shaken and unable to shake the feeling of being watched, William decides he can't stay here any longer. He quickly packs his gear, constantly glancing over his shoulder as he makes his way back to safety. He leaves Ballyboli Forest unharmed, but not unchanged. Was it the forest's infamous paranormal presence? Or did someone or something want him gone? William may never know for sure, but one thing is certain. He won't be returning to that forest at night anytime soon. So, If you ever consider camping alone in a place known for centuries of chilling legends, remember William's story, Some Forests Don't Want Company. This clip comes from the YouTube channel Grizzly Gaz, where Gaz shares his peaceful outdoor adventures, often accompanied by his loyal dog, Fendi. Known for his calming wild camping videos set deep in the UK wilderness, Gaz usually finds comfort and solitude in nature. But on April 2nd, 2023, what began as a relaxing escape took a deeply unsettling turn.
First things first, get the beers in fridge. Ooh, yeah. Oh, just can't reach. That's what happens when you're a short ass. Right, let's see if I can do this without dying. Now I need to figure out where I'm going to put my trail camera. I'll figure out where I'm putting my tent first. I don't want to disturb any at bluebells. Maybe I should have brought hammock, but the reason why I've got my tent is because it's got this tent. Oh, it's just Fendi. It's because it's got 3 doors. I can look out that way, and that way. So if I hear any noises during night, I can have a quick peek out. Plus I didn't fancy being in hammock, being in a bare taco, ready for the eating. Hopefully that'll capture something. There's like a trail that runs through here and then through the camp.
Gaz arrived at the forest during daylight, enjoying the crisp air and clear skies. He quickly set up camp, lit a fire, and settled in for what he expected to be a calm evening in the woods.
Right, we've got steaks on go now. Bit of ribeye, pot boiling for some mash, and I've got a visitor. Creeped up behind me asking me if I had a light. I shit my pants. This is Martin anyway. I don't know him, but he's stopping for a steak, so
just some random creep wandering about.
You went round here in a poncho a couple of months ago, were you?
I don't think I was. I could have been. It's possible.
Right, gonna get these cooked up.
As the sun dipped below the trees, Gaz began preparing dinner, ready to unwind after a productive day. But just as he started cooking, something unexpected happened. An unfamiliar man appeared out of nowhere. His sudden presence, especially this deep in the forest, was jarring.
Didn't do much filming because of that lad, Martin, who creeped up behind me asking for a light. We were homeless, so I fed him some steak and some mashed potato, and he's gone on his way. So I'm just going to enjoy this fire now. Kick back for a bit. Then wait and see what the night brings. What do you think, mate? I did ask Martin if he's been creeping about in these woods before, but he said he hadn't. Mind you, he's wrong build, isn't he? Than what I caught on my trail camera. I'm going to be on Noya now tonight as well. Thinking, is he going to come back? Because he wasn't a normal homeless person, if you know what I mean. After I fed him, he scurried straight off.
Though the man seemed harmless at first, his arrival felt out of place. The stranger revealed himself to be homeless. Out of compassion, Gaz shared some food with him. But soon after, the man vanished into the woods, leaving without a word, as suddenly as he'd arrived. Though Gaz tried to shrug it off, an uneasy feeling lingered. The man now knew where Gaz was camping, and what kind of gear he had. The more Gaz thought about the encounter, the more uncomfortable he became. Something didn't sit right.
Talking about life and how he got to where he is and drugs and whatnot, and then turned around to cut some firewood up. So I cut a couple of logs up, and when I turned back round, he'd gone. So scanned about, and he was just walking off into darkness. So I said, "See you later, pal." He went, yeah, see ya, and just left. I just found that really fucking strange.
Note's gone missing or out, he hadn't taken out. But the fact that he just left without saying out has put the EBGBs up me, because he's going for two things. One, going to tell his mates that there's a guy camping out with a load of filming equipment, and two, he's going to score because he needs his fix. And even then, if he goes and scores, has his fix, talking with his mates while he's high. And I don't want to be having to fight off a load of smackheads at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Trusting his instincts, Gaz made the difficult decision to pack up and abandon his overnight plans. Before leaving, he set up a trail camera, just in case anything or anyone returned. But when he came back the next morning, the camera was gone. That chilling discovery confirmed his worst fears. Someone had been back at his campsite during the night, most likely the same man. What began as a peaceful wild camp turned into a disturbing encounter, reminding us all that even the quietest corners of nature can harbor hidden dangers. This video comes from the YouTube channel Project Darkwood, run by Don, who shares a mix of travel and nature adventures. On June 26, 2013, Don set up several trail cameras deep in a forest in Georgia, hoping to catch some interesting wildlife activity. A week later, he returned to collect the footage, excited to see what he might have captured. But as he reviewed the recordings, it quickly became clear that he hadn't just caught animals on tape. He had documented something far more disturbing. Throughout the footage, haunting and unexplainable screams echo from deep within the woods, sending a chill down Don's spine. And that wasn't the end of it. As the recordings continued, more strange and unsettling sounds emerged. Amid the peaceful chirping of birds, an eerie, siren-like wail suddenly cuts through the air. Moments later, there's the sound of snapping branches, followed by a deep, guttural growl, alarmingly close to one of the cameras. Don later shared the footage with friends and family, but to this day, no one has been able to explain the source of the terrifying noises. This is Kevin, a content creator behind the channel KS Vlog, known for his fun and relaxing camping trips in his self-built camper van, often paired with his passion for photography. But during his latest outing, what started as a peaceful getaway turned into something far more unsettling.
Right, well I was going to cook something, because I've got loads of food down there. I brought some tuna and pasta and bits and pieces, but because it's a little bit lighter, and where I am, because there's not that much around, because it is flat, but not flat if you know what I mean, there's a little walk up there. I've got about an hour or so to sunset. There's so much cloud in the sky, but there's lovely colours. So I thought, well, I did myself some cob, so I'm just having that. I mean, yes, in this you can still cook. I'm in the small van and everything else. But yeah, I just can't be bothered tonight because I'm here like maybe tonight, well, definitely tonight, and then probably tomorrow. It's just a little break and just get me out and get me photography because it's something I enjoy. And when you're like me with a spinal problem, that sometimes you can't do that much. The one thing I do find easier with a small camper like this is before going to bed, before it gets dark, get the bed out, because it is just pull out like that, pull that out, move that one across, that's the armrest, clip, and then there you go. It's a lot easier to do it while it's light than it is.
After enjoying a quick meal, Kevin sets up his camper for the night, then grabs his camera and heads out for a walk to catch the golden hour.
I mean, even though the views were spectacular, my back was really playing up. So, to be honest, I wasn't even going to think about going out, but I thought I've got to just try, you know, because it wasn't that far, you know, uphill, it wasn't that steep. Well, I've got to the top, and I mean, the light is illuminating the valley, absolutely lovely down there.
With the sun now gone and the evening air turning crisp, Kevin returns to the comfort of his camper. He settles in for the night, watches a bit of TV, and eventually turns in early, hoping to wake up before dawn to catch the sunrise. But the peaceful night doesn't last.
The tablet has my TV there, and that's just watching that, and yeah, be up in the morning for sunrise. Not too sure which way I'm going to go, probably down the other way in the morning. So, well, I hope you've enjoyed this video anyway, and that a bit more insight into the van this time. It's really weird, something woke me up, and it was pushing against the side of the car, and like knocking into it. It happened for a few minutes, so it woke me up, and it was really weird. I thought, you know, you always think as being car camping, camper van, whatever, it's kids, because there's two other camper vans, there's 4x4, big one next to me, and a Sprinter, I think, near the other side. But basically, you can hear now. I don't know if you can hear this. The car with the keys. It's been shaken.
Out of nowhere, Kevin is startled by a strange noise outside. He grabs his camera and begins recording, trying to explain what disturbed him. And just then, the eerie sounds return. This time, the camera picks them up clearly. And then, something even more alarming. The camper begins to shake. Frozen with fear, Kevin chooses to stay inside. Maybe it's just a wild animal, he tells himself. But deep down, he isn't so sure. The tension lingers, and though things eventually go quiet, Kevin spends the rest of the night wide awake, his mind racing, heart pounding. What happened out there in the hills of Shropshire remains a mystery, but for Kevin, that night left behind more than just unanswered questions. It left a chilling memory he won't soon forget. This eerie footage was captured by Colby and Colton, the adventurous duo behind the YouTube channel Uncharted Expeditions. Known for uncovering abandoned and long-forgotten places, they bring to life the haunting beauty and hidden history of decaying structures, from crumbling factories to remote cabins swallowed by time. Their explorations are cinematic, captivating, and often deeply nostalgic. But every now and then, they stumble upon something far more disturbing than peeling paint and forgotten memories. On January 10th, 2023, Colby and Colton set out to explore an abandoned school. They expected a quiet walkthrough, dusty hallways, broken lockers, and maybe some echoes of the past lingering in the air. Instead, what they encountered was deeply unsettling.
Okay.
We're in.
We're in.
At first, everything went according to plan. They slipped in unnoticed. The silence inside was thick, broken only by the creak of floorboards under their boots. Faded classroom posters still clung to the walls, desks sat quietly in rows, and chalkboards held the last ghostly traces of long erased lessons. It felt like time had simply stopped. But then, something shifted.
Yeah, literally right after we walked through that door right there, it shut back on us. You see that on the camera?
Oh, heck no. Colby, what the heck?
No, this gotta be a joke.
Without warning, heavy doors began to open and close on their own. Slowly, deliberately, with no wind, no draft, no explanation. It wasn't random, it felt intentional, like something unseen was moving through the halls with them. Instinct told them to leave, but curiosity, something all explorers know too well, kept them moving forward. They had been in dozens of abandoned places before, but never had they experienced anything like this. Determined to find a rational cause, they began checking every room behind the doors, searching for answers. There were none.
I'm telling you, bro, I did it. It didn't open near as far though.
Heck no. Colby, I don't like it.
You think I like it?
It looks like you like it.
I'm intrigued.
I'm not. That means go away. Dude.
Instead, with each step, the atmosphere grew colder, heavier. It was no longer just an empty school. It felt inhabited, watched. The deeper they went, the stronger the feeling became. Eventually, Colby and Colton made the call. It was time to leave. Whatever was happening in that building, they'd seen enough. Or maybe just enough to know when to walk away. So, what do you think? Were those slamming doors just the work of a hidden draft? Or was it something else? Something we still can't explain? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. This is Bear, the fearless explorer behind the YouTube channel Exploring with Bear, known for his daring solo camping adventures and chilling explorations of abandoned places around the world. In this unsettling encounter, Bear sets off on a truck camping trip deep within a remote forest, home to a historic haunted cemetery cloaked in eerie legends. Whispers of ghostly sightings and unsettling Bigfoot encounters have long surrounded this place. It's November 26th, 2024. Bear arrives under the cover of darkness, the freezing air biting at his skin. But he's excited, ready to take on whatever the night holds. What he doesn't know, however, is that something is already watching him.
Got our pot for heating up some stuff, bag, bunch of wool blankets, an extra flannel. I got a flannel, a hoodie on right now. Got my bag, more waters and everything. So 23 degrees, probably even colder by the time it gets later, you know. So can we stay warm? That's the question. That's what I can't wait to find out. Oh my goodness. Forget, I think the cemetery's actually in here a bit good ways too. Oh. I got a terrible feeling. Terrible. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Oh. Oh. Crap. That's behind us. We just came from there. No, that was way too close. Way too close. I'm gonna try to get some distance from that. That did not sound like Nate. That was something did that. Man, I'm trying to walk really quiet. Oh man, the ground's frozen. I don't hear anything else. Oh my goodness. Man, that is close. That's close to the truck too.
After setting up camp, Bear decides to take a walk to the nearby cemetery. The forest is silent, almost unnaturally so. But as he nears the cemetery gates, an uneasy shift takes place. The air feels heavier. Something isn't right. Then, a sound, distant, echoing from the direction of his parked truck.
Okay. Man, it is free. Oh, this might be it. I think we found it. Now, last time there was like 3 or 4 deer. Let's see if we can see any deer. What is that?
The forest, moments ago quiet, now seems alive with unseen movement. But he presses forward, determined to reach the cemetery. He scans the rows of crumbling headstones. At first, nothing. But then, his eyes catch movement.
What is that? Oh, it just moved. What is that? Oh, it just moved.
A figure, standing motionless in the distance, partly obscured by the fog. Human? Possibly, but something feels off. The figure slowly turns, its face still hidden in the dark, but it's clear it's now looking straight at Bear. A chill runs down his spine. Every instinct screams, run, and he does. Heart pounding, breath sharp in the cold air, Bear races back through the trees to his truck. The feeling of being followed grips him, growing stronger with every step. He doesn't stop, not until he slams the door shut behind him. Shaken and overwhelmed, Bear abandons his plan to camp, whatever or whoever that was in the cemetery. He wants no part of it. As he drives away, questions haunt him. Who was that standing in the graveyard? What were they doing there, alone, on a freezing night? Could it have been part of some dark ritual, or something far worse? One thing's certain, the forest's haunted reputation just got a lot darker. This chilling video comes from the Indonesian YouTube channel Oman Newu, run by a solo adventurer known simply as Mama, a man who's built a reputation for venturing alone into some of Indonesia's most haunted and remote forests. His content is a unique blend of serene wilderness and unnerving encounters with the unknown. But in this particular upload, what started as a peaceful solo trip quickly turned into something far more unsettling. It was May 16th, 2025, when Mama arrived at the edge of a forest, long surrounded by chilling rumors and whispered legends. With the daylight fading but still on his side, he began his hike deep into the woods, searching for the perfect place to camp. Despite a lingering sense of unease, one that often comes with locations like this, Mama was in his element. This is what he lives for. He eventually found a small clearing, set up his tent, and prepared for the night ahead. As the sun dipped behind the trees, he lit a small fire, made himself a simple meal, and tried to relax under the darkening canopy. The sounds of nature surrounded him, familiar, comforting, until they didn't. As night settled in fully, the atmosphere changed. The warmth of the fire now felt distant, and a heavy silence began creeping in from the shadows beyond the trees. It was the kind of stillness that makes the hair on your neck stand up, a silence too deliberate to be natural. Mama tried to shake the unease. After all, he had camped alone dozens of times, but something about this night felt different. Fortunately, he had set up several cameras around his campsite, a habit he'd picked up just in case something unexpected ever occurred, and this time, it did. At first, it could have been mistaken for an animal, a shape moving just beyond the firelight. But according to Mama, what his camera captured that night was unlike anything he had ever encountered in all his years exploring the wilderness. He hadn't seen it in real time, but when he later reviewed the footage, he was shaken. And that wasn't the end of it. Much later in the night, long after Mama had zipped himself into his tent and drifted off to sleep, something, or someone, began moving just outside. The camera, still recording, picked up a series of strange, unexplainable events. Sounds, shadows, movements. Mama slept through it all. But the next morning, as he sat down to review the recordings, a chill ran through him. The footage revealed something both terrifying and oddly satisfying. Proof that he may not have been alone that night. What he thought had been a peaceful trip had turned into something far more sinister. So now the question is, what exactly did his cameras capture? Was it just wind, an animal, a trick of the mind? Or did Mama encounter something that defies all logic, something truly paranormal?